boys and girls. How are you guys doing on today? I am super and super excited. I get to hang out with Chandra Blumberg. Okay, Sandra, I haven't done this in a long time, but when I get excited, I sing. So I get to hang out with Chandra. Oh my goodness, I am super duper excited. I remember when you first showed this super cute cover. Oh my goodness, Staring Up Love. I got excited then, or what have you. So to have you on the cafe on release day to hang out with me to celebrate the release of Stirring Up Love is like amazing.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, it's awesome. My last release day was January 1st. So it's like a holiday, there weren't a lot of people around. So this is sort of a fun thing to actually do it on the day.
I love that. Well, thank you for accepting the invitation to celebrate your release day with us here at the cafe, guys. And thank you so much for joining us. If you're just joining us now, this is Angela Anderson Literary Cafe, and I'm hanging out with Chandra Blumberg, guys. This is her latest release, Stirring Up Love, and she comes this evening to celebrate the release of her book. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna celebrate with her. And so, Chandra, the way that we do it here is I'm gonna allow you, my friend, to introduce yourself to the people.
All right. So, hi, y'all. I am Chandra Blumberg, and Stirring Up Love is my second novel. My first was Digging Up Love. That one was about a paleontologist from Chicago and a small town baker. And so, this Stirring Up Love here is the story of the younger sister from the first book. So Simone is a entrepreneur. She has returned to her small town from Chicago, and she's just ready for a fresh start, wants to sort of uplift her whole community. And so that's my new book, Stirring Up Love. I'm a mom of four, so I write sort of in between times of the day, but I'm so excited to be on this author journey with these two books that I have out.
I love it. I love it. And they're giving you love. They're telling you happy release day. Mama Tony gave you thank you. And she said she received her book. Awesome. As well. Tiffany Jones, she's telling you happy release day. Jennifer Copeland is telling you happy release day as well. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, you know what we're going to say. Stop what you're doing. Like, tag, and share. Tell everybody to come over to the cafe and hang out with us and Chandra Blumberg on today, guys, to talk about her latest release, Stirring Up Love. And so before we get, because we're going to get into this, guys, okay, we're going to share a little bit. Of course, we're going to celebrate this release day. But Chandra, I found out a little bit. I was just kind of like digging up love. I was kind of finding out some things about you, what have you. And so when kind of like your tagline is like banter, butterflies, and big-hearted romance. Tell me about that, my friend.
Well, so I was, trying to come up with a logo, and my amazing cousin helped me with this graphic design. But I was like, I really just want to do something that sort of sums up my stories. And I just kept coming back to, I love when I write, I always write the dialogue sort of first. My rough draft is like dialogue heavy because I just love that. And then I have, go in and sort of fill in the description and the other things. So and when I'm reading, that's what I sort of gravitate toward is this great back and forth that you get with the love interest. So I feel like that's sort of, a hallmark of my books. And then the butterflies is like, I love that feeling when you're reading a romance for the first time. You're like, oh, you're falling in love with the characters too. Yes. And then the big-hearted romance is because my stories deal with, they have like family in them. They sort of have a lot of layers in the story. So I sort of wanted to lead into that with the big-hearted romance idea because I try to create characters who sort of have this very full background and, are dealing with things that we all face. So.
I love that. I love that. And of course, we got to talk about this cover, right? It is super cute. And it got like little utensils and things that we use for a barbecue. We got the little barbecue sauce and then the little couple. It's just the cutest. Tell us about this cover.
Well, thank you so much. Yes. So the same cover designer, Liz Casal, she did both covers. And I'm just so impressed that she found a way to make barbecue look cute because, it's just like, I love those little hearts in the utensils. And it sort of alludes to, there's a road trip element in the book. So you've got that going on. So yeah, it's super fun. And you see there on the cover, you can see Finn has a tattoo. That's not his real tattoo in the book, but okay, he's a chef with tattoos.
Yes. Look, so she kind of put like little clues in there
Yes.
as well to like what's going to be going on in the book. And then of course, guys, this is book 2 in this series. This is Stirring Up Love. And so when you started, did you know that it was going to be a series when you started digging up love? Or what have you? Can you tell us about the series as a whole too, if in case we have some people out there that they are just finding out about it? Can we kind of bring them in the loop?
Yeah, so when I was writing Dig Up Love, I was hoping I'd get to tell Simone's story as well, because she's sort of the sassy little sister. Alicia is kind of, I don't know if you're typical older sister, but how a lot of older siblings very rooted in responsibility and everything. And Simone is sort of the younger sister. She's gotten to go out and live her dream. She's more of a free spirit. So I really wanted to tell her story. I wanted to show she's spunky, she's got attitude. So yeah, and the story, so they're both set in Illinois. Digging Up Love has more Chicago ties than Stirring Up Love, just because the love interest in Digging Up Love is from Chicago. But they're both set in a rural town in Western Illinois, a fictional town. It's got cornfields, it's got a farmer's market. And so Simone's dream is to just really uplift the town. Alicia was ready to head out of town for the big city, but Simone's sort of coming home and transforming the town into what she knows it can be. So
Yes, I love that. I love it. Guys, if you're joining us, okay, first of all, it's release day. So y'all already know it's a release day celebration with Chandra Blumberg, guys. And this is book 2 in the series, Stirring Up Love. And Chandra, I have to ask you this for the people, because some people, they like to read books in order or what have you. So can Stirring Up Love be read as a standalone, or no, they kind of need to follow Digging Up Love and then go here? But if they just came upon you and said, hey, I want to go ahead and read Stirring Up Love, will they be okay?
Yeah, they totally could. You can read it as a standalone because you don't need sort of the backstory of Digging Up Love. But if you're one of those people that loves to read the series in order, you do get to know Simone in the first one. You get to know the town of Hawkesburg. But I will say they both have different feelings toward Hawkesburg. So you sort of see the town in different lights in both books. But you can totally dive in with Stirring Up Love and have that be your introduction to the town.
I love that. I love that. And I know you talked about, the series as a whole. Digging Up Love came first, and now we're at Stirring Up Love. But the whole series, when you think about that, what inspired this series?
Well, there's a lot of things. I mean, because it's Digging Up Love has baking and paleontology, and those are sort of 2 things that I love. I love to be in the kitchen baking, and then I've always loved dinosaurs. And then I've got 4 kids, like I said, they love dinosaurs. So once I sort of had this idea, I also knew that I wanted to have sisters, and they've got their family has this barbecue restaurant. So it's like, I love barbecue. I love food. So both books are really heavy on the food, because I thought, what fun to research that, be writing food descriptions. So that's sort of where I got the idea. And I grew up in not a small town like where they were, but pretty rural. So I like to show that aspect as well.
Well, look, they're showing you love because you have a lot of foodies out here. Jennifer, you got Tiffany, who loves food as well. So you can probably count them in, because the book is a foodie's dream, or what have you. So that is awesome as well. Now let's get into these characters a little bit, my friend. Oh my goodness! And of course, you share with us. Alicia is the older sister. Book 1 was mainly about her. And book 2, oh my goodness, guys, it is about Simone Blake. Can you tell us a little bit about Simone? How would you describe her character?
So she is bold. She is ready to go after what she wants. I would say she doesn't have a filter, but she does. She knows what she's saying. She's just okay. Okay with saying it. She cares deeply about her town and her family. And, once she loves you for life. She's loyal. So yeah, she's definitely, I think a lot of people might think, when they first meet her, they're like, okay, this is someone that is just outspoken and everything. And then once you get to know her, you see that she's got this heart of gold. She just cares so much about everyone in her life. So I had such an awesome time writing Simone.
I love that. I love that. Now, of course, we gotta talk about her best friend.
Mhm.
Now, I say Chantel. Is that
Yeah.
how it's pronounced? Or okay,
I say Chantal, but yeah,
okay.
you can. Yeah.
Look, maybe it's the southern side. Oh, but yes, tell us about her best friend.
So yeah, I knew with Simone, I'm like, she's, she grew up in this small town, but she's been in Chicago for years. So I'm like, she would have made some great friends there. So Chantal is she kind of balances her out. She's willing to call her on her stuff. She supports her. She loves her. So I had a great time writing their dynamic because they sort of had this unconditional love for each other where they can tell it like it is.
Look, and we all need one of those type of friend in our life, right? We all need a Chantel in our life. I love it. I love it. Um, you have a question from the audience. Let's see. Miss Veronica wants to know, what do you think makes a good story? Like overall, what do you think makes a good story?
Well, since I read so much romance and I write romance, I gotta say, I love the chemistry. I think chemistry makes a good story. I think, like
Yes.
I said, that family elements pulling in, um, just the relationships to me, even not romance. Any book I read, I'm sort of looking at the relationships, whether it be family, whether it be friends,
Yeah.
work, colleagues. So yeah, I think relationships for me
I
make it.
like that. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, relationships definitely bring for a good story as well. And let's see here. They're telling you that they love. Let's see. Tiffany said that yes, chemistry is a must as well. So we're just excited because you get to hang out with us to help us celebrate you on today for your new release, Staring Up Love. So we're super duper excited about that, guys. It is available today, live and in color. So if you haven't read it yet, or you haven't had an opportunity to get it, you will have an opportunity to do that on today as well. And so I want you to tell us a little bit. We cannot leave out Finn, right? Please tell us about Finn.
Yeah, so Finn is the love interest, where Simone is sort of outspoken. I think he wears his heart on his sleeve, but he's more guarded. He keeps things close to himself. He grew up in foster care, and he sort of has this rough past, but he's worked really hard to overcome it. He's gone, to therapy. Now he has these great friends who support him, and he's got a big dream as well. He's a chef, and he has this great big dream, and Simone's a little worried that it sort of collides with hers. So she's not too sure about him at first when they first.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, is this just a coincidence? Or, are you trying to, what's going on here? I love it. I love it. Now, when you think about all of the characters in this particular story, Staring Up Love, and you can go back to Digging Up Love too if you need to or what have you, but which character was like the most fun and interesting to write for you? And then was there a character that at moments like that gave you pause, that was like, oh, okay, wait a minute, let me think about this for a moment?
Well, I gotta say, I loved writing Finn. I think I kind of love to write from this male perspective because I think a lot of women don't see, sort of what their man sees in them. And so I kind of like to show that on the page, to show the love and respect that he had for Simone, even when they were sort of clashing, he still had this
Yeah.
respect for her. So yeah, I had a great time writing Finn. And as far as tricky characters, I mean, Simone, sometimes it was like, okay, why are you making these choices? So yeah, we had to talk sometimes.
I love that. I love that. Now, in this particular book, dealing with the food aspect, because if I'm not mistaken, you enjoy bacon. You have a thing
Yes.
for bacon or what have you too. So did you know going into Digging Up Love and this that you wanted to include the food aspect of it? And of course, it's around this restaurant that their grandfather owned as well. But did you know that going in?
I think I wanted to have this character, especially with Alicia, with the baking. I sort of had this paleontologist character, which was way outside of my comfort zone, for writing. I had to do a lot of research. So I thought it might be good to have a character who's sort of in my wheelhouse, even though Alicia and Finn is a chef, they're all much better cooks and bakers than I am. But I still, I at least have a fairly good knowledge of that. So I thought it'd be great to sort of come from a place that I'm more comfortable with.
I love that. Now, this question, you can kind of answer it either from Staring Up Love or you can take the series as a whole.
Mhm.
What came first? Was it the plot or was it these amazing characters?
So definitely the characters. I had this vision for these two, a couple on a date at the Field Museum here in Chicago. They were looking at the dinosaur bones. And so that was my idea for digging up love. And then for stirring up love, the meet cute, the farmer's market, when they sort of, it's not really meet cute because they don't like each other, but their first meeting that came to mind, sort of these two characters who are at odds. And so, yeah, I think definitely the characters for me come first. And then I sort of see where can they fit? How can we work this plot around that?
I love that. Oh my goodness. And Chandra, I know that you have like a little snippet that you're going to share with us. Are you ready, my friend?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
And while she's
We'll get
preparing
some
for
water.
that, boys and girls, if you're just joining us, we're hanging out with Chandra Blumberg on today, guys. This is the release of her second novel, Staring Up Love, and it is release day. So we here at the cafe are helping her to celebrate her release day on today, and she's getting ready to read us a snippet. And Chandra, I like to say just a little bit, just enough to wet their whistles.
All right, sounds great. So, like I said, they meet first at the farmer's market in town. So this is Simone is setting up to sort of set up her stall. This is her first time at the farmer's market. She's selling sauce. It's a new venture. She's sort of all in on this. So here we go. The Hartsburg market was an eclectic mix of farmers, crafters, cookies, bakers, and artisans. Shoppers could score anything from a hand-stitched bag to cheese curds to a tall bouquet of gladiolus flowers. With so much local talent and flavor, Simone hoped to find a way to showcase it year-round, but at this point, she'd settle for getting the table leg unstuck. Teeth gritted, she lifted one foot and pressed her heel against the table leg behind her. Shifting her weight onto one hand, she tried to pry up the metal bar, but it wouldn't budge. Her shoulders trembled, and a trail of sweat snaked down her cheek. Are you playing some kind of solo twister, or could you use a hand? Not Ruth this time. The voice was deep and came from somewhere close, not over her shoulder. Simone tucked her chin into her chest and peeked out from under her armpit. She sucked in a reflexive breath. Holy hottie, Batman. A guy crouched next to her on the dusty grass, his elbows on his knees. He eyed her inverted position with a wry grin. Dark, tousled hair hung over liquid brown eyes so molten they were practically glowing. His nose, slightly crooked, sat above full sensual lips that looked like they'd just been kissed. Her stomach dropped into her throat. Not a difficult feat, because of gravity. But she sniffed and turned back to the stubborn piece of metal, giving it a tug. Nah, She yanked the bar upward and snapped into place. One final kick, and the rear table legs locked with a satisfying click. Got it. I see that. The man's voice was as rich as honeyed coffee, smooth and deeply masculine, and a shiver pirouetted up her spine. She walked her fingertips back to her feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, letting the measured pace steady her pulse. Slow and sinuous, she rolled up from the waist and telegraphed grudging thanks to Meg for dragging her to yoga all spring. Could you use a hand? She extended her arm down toward him, brows arched. He chuckled and grabbed a hold, palm pressed to hers, and a frisson tingled at the base of her spine. A tattoo wound its way up his forearm to wrap his bicep in black designs. She rolled her tongue against her cheek, defense against the allure of the ink. Tightening her grip, she leveraged him to his feet, and he gave her fingers a squeeze before letting go. Thanks. No problem. Her voice came out scratchy and rough, and she surreptitiously forced a swallow. So, barbecue, huh? He lifted his chin toward the carved wooden sign hanging at the back of the tent. With his gaze averted, she took the chance to touch a palm to her temple. Catching a drip of sweat, she pressed her edges down, willing her hormones to follow suit. Yep, best barbecue in the state. That so?
Oh my goodness, boys and girls. She just gave you a snippet of Staring Up Love. Caitlin says, sounds like an awesome book. Oh, Jennifer is super excited. She was like, oh yes, I would definitely be checking out this book and the series as well. Guys, she just shared with us just a little bit of Staring Up Love that we are super duper excited about as well. Now, Chandra, share with us a little bit about you and your writing. Now, do you have any writing quirks or any writing must-haves when you're in the writing cave? It's like, okay, I have to have this to get in my writing flow.
I think my main thing would be my playlist. I always start out, and when I'm in the drafting stage early on, making character journals and everything, I always have a playlist that I'm listening to, and I sort of add to it as I go.
Okay.
And I'm reading through that all the way through revision. So the playlist, I think, is a must. My character journals, like I said, I sort of journal from the character's point of view. Those are really the two main must-haves.
Yes, look, and I'm with Tiffany. I love a good playlist. Okay, now let me ask you this. Now, do you make that playlist available to your readers? Like, is it on Spotify? Is it on your website? How can we get in and hear this playlist of Staring Up Love?
I haven't yet. I've thought about it, but I'm like, they're so long. I'm like, I need to curate it because people are going to want to listen to, to.
Yes, look, we love a good playlist. We love a good playlist. Now, off the top of your head, do you have any songs that you can kind of say, hey, this is on the playlist?
Ooh, I'm so bad. So I'm one of those people that I never know artists. I never know songs.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
The good thing is we know that you have a playlist and that when you're in your writing flow that you have a playlist that you use and that you add to it. That is so cool. Yes. Oh my goodness. Now, in addition to your must-haves that you use for writing and things of that nature too, how would you describe like your writing style?
You mean in terms of the books or like when I write my writing
Like
style?
in terms of your books, like what would you, if you had to describe your writing style, what would you
I
describe?
say, like I said, a banter heavy, sort of, you're gonna get all the feels. It's got a lot of humor, but I think that's countered out with sort of, I do tackle some heavier topics, but sort of all through the lens of humor. And of course, we've got to have the happily ever after.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think all that ties in.
I love that. I love that. Now, when you're not writing, what can we find you doing, my friend?
Taking care of my kids, probably. Yeah, they're pretty much, that's my other full-time job is taking care of my children. I have 3 in school, but 1 still at home. And then I also love to lift weights. So the heroine in Digging Up Love, Alicia, she's a power lifter, and I sort of channeled that from my own love of lifting weights. So that's probably my main hobby is going to the gym.
That is super cool. Oh my goodness. And look, they are loving it as well. They are still on that playlist. They are loving the fact that you have a playlist for your books or what have you. And so one question that we had there, they wanted to know, because you have a full schedule, they wanted to know, when do you find time to write these amazing stories?
Yeah, so it's a lot of variety. It just depends. I don't really have a set time because, like I said, they're not all in school yet. But it's early morning, it's late at night. It's sometimes when they're resting, or sometimes if they're all playing outside, I'll bring my laptop out, while they're all playing and get some words in then. So basically, just whenever and wherever I can, make use of those small moments, and it just adds up.
I love that. I love that. Boys and girls, if you are hanging out with us, we are talking about Staring Up Love, Chandra Blumberg, guys. And this is release day. So she's celebrating with us on her release day today for this amazing story as well, Staring Up Love. And so, Chandra, I want to ask you, because we're going to play a round of this or that. But before we get to that, when you think about the series as a whole, and you think about the latest release, Staring Up Love, what did you enjoy about writing this story?
Oh, so much. It was such a fun story to write because it covers a lot of ground in them emotionally, but also distance. Like I said, there's a road trip in there. There's all these different settings. So I had so much fun with the places that they go. Sort of, I think we've all been on a road trip with like all those feelings you get. Sort of, you're stuck in a car with someone. I had so much fun playing with that. And with the whole enemies to lovers vibe, that was very different than the first book. So I had a lot of fun just with their bickering and sort of their flirtatious back and forth. It's like kind of covered under the antagonistic, but we know what they're really feeling. So that was a lot of fun.
And that's one of the things that I enjoy too about enemies to lovers is that banter, like the back and forth or what have you. And then like that realization when they both kind of realize, oh, I'm kind of feeling him and I'm kind of feeling her, or what have you. I love that in enemies to lovers or what have you. So guys, of course, y'all know we're getting ready to do a round of this or that. Chandra, don't worry, because there's no right or wrong answer. It's all things according to you, my friend. Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
All right, let's go. Okay, road trip or plane ride?
Oh, I gotta say, I prefer road trip. I love planes to get there fast, but in terms of what's fun, I love a good road trip.
Okay, a good road trip. All right, are we headed to the beach, my friend, or are we headed to the mountains?
Definitely the beach. I am all
Okay,
about, I live by Lake Michigan, so I'm all about the Lake Michigan beaches.
exciting. Okay, friends to lovers or enemies to lovers?
So even though stirring up love is enemies to lovers, which I loved writing, I am a friends to lovers girl. There's something about them.
Good. Look, I love a good friends to lovers as well. Okay, ebook, my friend, or podcast?
Ebook, I gotta say ebook. Yeah, it is just always, I always have one or 10 or 20. So
Okay, look, are you phone call kind of girl or text message kind of girl?
text all the way. If you didn't text me before you called me, I'm like,
Look, and since we're headed to the beach, are you flip flops or are you bare feet or barefoot?
I'd say a lot of times I'm running out the door barefoot because my kids are out there. I'm just like getting out the door.
Oh my goodness. Okay, now for this road trip, suitcase or backpack?
Definitely a suitcase. I overpack way too much. That's probably why I like road trips. You can throw more in the car.
I love it. I love it. Now, Chandra, here at the cafe, we just have to know. Are you ready for this? Are you team coffee, my friend, or are you team tea? What say you?
Tea. Tea.
Tea.
Sorry, not tea. Not tea. I don't know why I said that. Oh,
Oh,
no.
not tea, not tea. Wait,
I'm
wait.
like,
Okay, let me do it over. So, Chandra,
Yes.
are you team tea or are you team coffee?
Coffee. 100%.
Okay.
Yes. Cold black coffee all the way.
I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. That was so fun. We love doing this and that with the authors just to find out a little bit about you guys as well. So that was so fun. Guys, oh my goodness, the time goes by so fast. We've been talking about Staring Up Love with Chandra Blumberg, guys, helping her to celebrate her release date on today, guys. It is out live and in color, ebook, as well as print copy. You can get your copy of Staring Up Love. And so, of course, guys, Chandra has a giveaway for us. I'm going to allow her to share with you guys what that giveaway is going to be.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to give away a copy. I keep doing the wrong way of Stirring Up Love, and then also one of these beautiful Taste of Love series bookmarks.
Nice! So, oh my goodness, I love it.
And I'll go ahead and sign it, and I can also, personalize it to the giveaway winner. So
I love that, guys. So there you have it. You're gonna get a Staring Up Love, an autographed copy, and you're gonna get that amazing, cute, super cute bookmark as well. And Chandra, the way we're gonna do it is I'm gonna go up and down the comment section, my friend, and you are gonna tell me when to stop, and that individuals will be the winner of this amazing giveaway. All right, I am ready when you are.
Okay. So I just say when?
Yes.
Okay. All right. When?
Okay. Veronica, you are the winner. Enemies to lovers, my friends, you are the winner. So if you would send me your inbox, you're going to get an amazing copy of Staring Up Love and that amazing bookmark as well. So as soon as you get that over to me, I will get that over to Chandra and she will get that out to you as well. So congratulations to you, my friend. I thank all of you for hanging out with us and helping Chandra to celebrate her release day. I'm sure she appreciates that as well. Now, Chandra, of course, you got to tell the boys and girls, how can they get their hands on a copy of Staring Up Love?
So it's actually available for free in Kindle Unlimited with the audiobook included if you're a Kindle Unlimited user. But you can get it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Bookshop, IndieBound. And you can also, if you're a Chicagoland local, we have an awesome romance-only independent bookstore called Love Sweet Arrow. I'm in there a lot signing books. You can stop in there, and they also, they ship throughout the U.S. So Love Sweet Arrow is a great place if you want to sort of shop small. But yeah, all of the major book retailers as well online.
I love that. I love it. And I will be sure to put the link for Love Sweet Arrow in case you guys want to order it online from Love Sweet Arrow. I will also put the other links of where you can get the book as well. And then, Chandra, you have to tell us, how can we stay connected with you?
Yes, well, I would love it if you went to my website, chandrablumberg.com. And you can sign up for my newsletter there, and then you hear about all the amazing events like this, giveaways, cover reveals. And then you can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Chandra Blumberg. And I'm also on Facebook, though I use that platform a little less, but I am here. And that's chandrablumberg.author for Facebook. And you can also follow me on BookBub, for deal alerts, and also Goodreads.
I love that. I love that. And Chandra, on your website, is there a newsletter that they can sign up for as well?
Yes, there's a newsletter link sign up there right on the front page, or its own separate tab. So yeah, if you just head to chandrablumberg.com, then you'll see the newsletter sign up there.
I love that. There you have it, boys and girls. You can go to her website. You can follow her there, sign up for her newsletter. You can follow her on social media, on Instagram, as well as on Facebook as well, to stay connected with her as well. So I'm super duper excited, guys. If you haven't started following her, definitely follow her. An amazing, amazing author, guys. This is book 2, Staring Up Love. If you haven't had an opportunity to read book 1, go ahead and get that one too, Digging Up Love, as well. And then after you read this one, you will be all caught up. And of course, boys and girls, once you read it, definitely leave a review. We know that Chandra will be so appreciative if you guys did that as well. Chandra, oh my goodness, happy release day. I hope that you have an amazing release week, an amazing release month, amazing release quarter, all that good stuff. We are just super duper excited for you here at the cafe. And you, my friend, we want you to have the last words to the people.
Well, I just thank you again. Just like Angela's been saying, this has made my day. It's been so awesome to connect with y'all on this special day. This is only my second book, so it's still sort of this surreal, amazing experience. And honestly, connecting with readers is the best part of it. Just knowing that people are enjoying the story, falling in love with the characters as much as I am. So thank you for sharing this day with me and for taking the time. And thank you, Angela. This has been amazing.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome, my friend. They have enjoyed you as well, and hearing about Staring Up Love. Guys, that's our show on tonight. Of course, I'm super duper excited still because we got to hang out with Chandra Blumberg and help her to have an amazing release day to celebrate Staring Up Love with you guys. And like I said, it is available. Go out and get you a copy of it, leave a review, all of that good stuff that comes with it. And guys, if you already have a copy, take a picture, tag Chandra in, and she would love to see those photos. Get it out to everybody across social media and things of that nature. Let them know that you are enjoying Staring Up Love. Guys, that's it. That's all we have for today on this amazing release day. And as I always say, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.